Hello my friends, I'm Lee from the Pencil Training Team and welcome back to this series on product concepting. In part 1, we use the power of pencil to come up with new products and new ideas that stem from our existing brand. But here in part 2, we're going to find out what they might look like. So, we're going to jump back in where we left off in part 1. If it's been a while since you've seen part 1 or you happen to skip it, you can find a link to that video in the description down below or at the end of this video. But we're going to go back to our text generation chat and we're going to find out a little bit more about this audience that it helped us develop last time. So, using the target audience of fitness enthusiasts, give me a scenario where and when they would enjoy Dolce Ria's peanut butter and banana flavor fusion cookies. So we're going to put these results up on screen and you can pause if you want to have a really good look through. You can immediately see not only are we getting a bit of a picture of the people who might use it, but where and when. And it's giving us a bit of an idea for marketing. You know, you can really see some of these as adverts. But just to warn you, I am going to use my special move from the last video. That's great. Give me 3 more scenarios, because why not? Again, we are met with 3 great scenarios. And of course, there is no limit. You can ask for 3 more, or ask for 10 more. You can keep going. Obviously, results may vary there. But I love that I can now start to see this suite of ads come to life, which is great. Now, I'd like to find out a little bit more about what these products might look like themselves. So, I'm going to head back over to our text chat, and I'm going to say I need to create packaging for my new product. And in brackets here, Dolce Ria's peanut butter and banana flavored fusion cookies. God, that's a mouthful. Can you give me insights on the best packaging options for this? Once again, results are up on screen. And the great thing about this is we can kind of cherry pick our ideas here and there. So just looking at these ideas, I love the idea of a resealable pouch. This looks like something that we could take with us on the go, which matches our audience. But looking at number 3, I love the idea of including a window or a cutout to showcase the cookies. That seems like a great idea for me. But now that we know what the packaging looks like, I know we all know what cookies look like, but let's find out what our cookies look like. So, I'm going to jump back over and say describe what Dolce Ria's peanut butter and banana flavor fusion cookies would look like. Once again, we'll stick those results up on screen and you can pause if you'd like some more detail, but I'm really liking the feeling of warmth that's coming into this. It gives me ideas when it comes to our image generation, which we will touch on in a second. But I love the idea of warmth. You have some really lovely stuff there on combining the peanut butter and the banana, you know, the golden browns, the rich browns on the cookies. So that gives us some lovely stuff to play with. I think it's time we get to the exciting stuff, eh? So a quick sidebar on image generation. If that's a new concept to you, please don't worry. My friend Tim has done an excellent video on it, which you can find in the description down below. Feel free to go have a look, have a watch, and come back here. But to quickly summarize, at Pencil we use these 6 pillars of text to image generation, because what they're excellent at is by covering all the bases of information. It means that the AI doesn't have to come up with information and fill in any gaps. It means that it ends up giving us exactly what we want. So we're finally ready to get into image generation. If we're still in our text chat, we're going to hit back, we're going to hit new project, and we're going to hit generate images. And now we're in the belly of the beast. So we're going to select our model to begin with. Today I'm going to be using Imogen. And now we're going to put in our prompt. Now on screen, I'm going to put my prompt and you can see how it measures up against these 6 pillars. We're touching on the medium. We're addressing, of course, the subject, the description of the project. We're giving nice detail, our setting and our framing. What does everything look around it? The lighting and color. Do you remember those tips about the warmth that we were given just a moment ago? And our medium specific settings. Yeah, we're asking for a camera. So what kind of camera setting should we have? Now, I know you might have seen prompts in the past that are written like a nice solid paragraph. You can write them like that. If it's helpful for you to use these pillars and write them just as separate lines and have it all together as one prompt, the AI will take it however it takes it. Please don't worry about that. The main thing is that we're covering these 6 pillars to get the best result that we can. Just before we hit generate, I like the aspect ratio, but I'm going to ask for 10 generations. So let's have a look at these results. And I'm overall pretty happy. You know, you can tell that the prompt was strong because a lot of these results are coming back with very similar images. You notice in a couple of them, you can see little slices of banana inside the cookie rather than kind of a gooey peanut butter banana combination. I think for me, I like the goo, so I know which ones I'm going to go for. But overall, really happy with how this came out. This right here is the power of pencil, to be able to go into a pitch meeting talking about a new product and not just to be able to say, hey, here's a vague concept, but to be able to show the people on the other side, hey, this is what it would really look like. Now let's have a little look at the packaging. So once again, I'm going to stick my prompt up on screen and you can see where every part of that prompt matches up with one of our 6 pillars. So hopefully we get nice, detailed and closely aligned results. Let's have a little look at that. And once again, we're getting these really lovely, close aligned results. You know, it really doesn't look like we're singing from the same hymn sheet. Of course, a couple of these have some unwanted text, a little bit of mumbo jumbo on there, but please don't worry, we'll be able to deal with that very shortly. So in our final step before we head over to video, we're going to have a look at what our branding, what our actual logos and branding looks like on some of these images. So looking at your image results, have a look at the ones that you think are probably closest to what you're looking for. Again, don't worry too much about the text. We're about to deal with that. We're going to head back to our main dashboard. We're going to generate a new image. And here, instead of generating images, we're going to hit upload images. And I want you to either drag over or select one of the images that you just saved. Now, I want you to head up to the top and I want you to hit Smart Erase. Now, you can see the brush size over in the corner. It might be a little bit too big, might be a bit too small. And what I want you to do is just kind of paint over the area where there might be any unnecessary text or anything really that you don't want as a part of that picture. Then we're going to hit Erase and just give it a moment and it's going to get rid of these unwanted aspects. Beautiful. Now that we've got it nice and clean, we're going to download this image and take it with us. Now head back to your main dashboard. On the left-hand side here, you can see template library. We're going to hit that. And now we're going to hit a new template. Inside, on the left-hand side, you can see assets. We're going to hit that and upload the image, our nice and clean image. We're going to upload that image back into Pencil. And once it has loaded in, we're going to select it, get it onto our main canvas and get it nice and big. Now in this instance, I would like the logo on the top of that package nice and big. So again, on the left, I'm going to hit brand. In the middle, we've got logos. We're going to take the Dolce Ria logo and just by tapping it, it pops it into our canvas and we can rearrange. And over here on the right-hand side, we can have a really good look at, you know, blend modes, size, alignment, and any other text and anything else that we want to add on there. Suddenly, this feels so much more us. And just like that, we're now going into our Dolce Ria pitch meeting with a brand new product that we've created. We're going in with photos of what that product might look like, the packaging that it might go in, and information and insights on the audience that we would market it to. And that is it for part 2 of this product concepting series. But the train doesn't stop there. Stay tuned for part 3. We'll be taking these images and transferring them to video. Now that's exciting. As always, reach out to Pencil for any help or questions, and we'll see you soon.